Well, really nice to see you, Miljenko. We've got quite a bunch of stuff to talk about. 30 years of STEELHEART, new music,
Uh-huh.
new song, Trust in Love, that has already been performed in 13 or 14 languages. You'll correct me if I get the number wrong. Let's start off with that song. Tell me a bit about how that song came to life for you.
Well, that song, very interesting. One day I was watching the news, and I do a lot of work in Korea, and I'm looking at the news, and it just kind of depressed me with the human trafficking and the kids
Oh, yeah.
trafficking, and then one side I'm gonna bomb you, and the other side it's just a mess, and it's just really sad for me, and just all the other news going on. So I just went to the piano, and a song came out. The songs came out, Trust and Love, just from all the turmoil, not just there, but in the world.
Yeah.
And so it just started writing itself, you know. And so I said, well, you know what? Let me write a song. Let me write a song for them. And so I did. And I sang it in English, and then we translated it in Korean. And once I finished it in Korean, I was like, wow, this is like really important. I think it needs to be for the world. And from there it just expanded, and I sang it in my language, Croatian,
Yeah.
because my country had you know so many problems with war and stuff. It was awful. So I sang it in Croatian, and then I was like, well, Italy's across the channel, so I might as well sing in Italian. And I sang
Yeah.
it in Spanish and in Portuguese, Hindi, Japanese, Chinese, Russian. Um, and I sang it in all these languages because I wanted to send the message to each country, not just English, sing it in English and then expect everyone to embrace it, so to speak. Um, I want it's more of a respect, you know what I mean, to
Mhm.
each. Like, Spanish is such a huge language, so I had to do in Spanish, in Chinese, and this way they get the message directly. It's not like just English. And
Right.
the message is to raise our vibration to a new level of thinking, not just peace and love. I mean, a lot of artists just write about peace, and that's what it is, yes. But reality is that won't come unless we change our minds and raise our vibration of understanding. We're right there. We're all there. I feel we're there. But seems like life just threw in a little wrench, and you know the war in Ukraine
Yeah.
has just brought us all the way back to the beginning. But it's like a test. Do we want to live in those days? That's Neanderthal. Those days are gone. We need to elevate, and that's my message. You
Sure.
know, so and it started in right before the pandemic. Yeah, I had orchestra set up. I had choirs set up. I had children choirs set up. I had all these, ready to go. And then the pandemic hit, and it was just like, click,
Yeah.
start from scratch. So so what did I do? I literally, I put the song up on my website, and I put the lyrics and the music to the chorus. And I said, hey, to all my fans, send me in your vocals, and I will make a
Awesome.
chorus out of it. So 350, I got about 350 um, uh, songs from everyone that they sent me, and I put it all in the chorus. So it's everyone in that chorus is the fans who sent me in their vocals.
And
Some sang
I imagine
amazing,
that
some
that
sang.
was that hard to mix.
It was. It took me a week. I'll be
Wow.
honest with you, because the key was this, because they weren't singing in time, and
Oh,
some
yeah.
were good and some weren't so good, but I didn't care. That's not what it was. The idea was to have the energy and the love of the people to put it in there, you know what I mean? That was more important than anything to me, and that's what I did, and it came out great. It really, I think it sounds great.
Yeah, I
The
agree.
orchestra, right? So the drums we did in a whole different studio. um, Again, it was very remote, because of the pandemic. The strings we did in Paramount and also in Skopje, Croatia, and it was very God, here in Paramount, it was just very few, and everybody had to be so far apart. So it was a difficult, to record it. It was a little annoying, but it happened, and it happened naturally. So that part was easy, and me singing in different languages, I connected with different artists all over the world, and we did Zoom like this, and or we just talk on the WhatsApp, and it's like, no, you got to enunciate like this, and then they would sing it for me, and then I'd sing it back, and it's like, not like that, like this, and then when I got it really close, and it was like, there it is, that I sang it well. So I'm sure it's not perfect in every language, but at least I gave it my 150% to make sure that I sang it as close as possible, so I don't sound like an American or a Croatian foreigner trying to sing your language. You see what I'm saying?
Cool. Yeah.
So my heart is in it. It's my gift to the world, and the song is growing. I hope it catches. We just finished a dance version of it, an EDM tropical house version, and I hope it, the message grows and comes together. So here it is.
Yeah. Miljenko, discussing the catalyzer for the idea, the spark that lit the bonfire of your thought, maybe to start writing this song. It came from negative events, of course, Korea, as you were mentioning. Also, you could transpose it to Russia and Ukraine, Syria, Yemen, Afghanistan, every kind of problem that's going on in the world. So it's interesting to see that you drew some positive inspiration or some positive message from, you could say, catastrophic events. I mean, how was that like?
Well, I mean, it's like, I just see, I'm very clear on that we complicate everything. The world is very complicated, and it's the people in charge complicate shit. And it's, not sometimes, it's their war, not ours. You know what I mean? Because if the majority of the world and the people, they would probably vote, maybe no war. You know what I mean? But the leaders have a different, communication, a different thought pattern, different argument, whatever it is. Those are the people we need to reach, to change their minds of thinking, how we can grow into different spaces without Neanderthal of slaying each other. That's insane. That's crazy. That's just like ridiculous, and it's an old way of thinking. So I don't know. This is my little spark of information that comes through me to, to send to them, to the world, hey, maybe let's raise the vibration and think differently. We already did it the other way. It didn't work. Now you brought it back again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? We're going backwards. So, but, it's complicated. It's complicated. There's a lot of psychology involved. There's a lot of people's emotions, and what is the real truth? How do we respect the people, the actual people, who are suffering from all of this? Mm-hmm. And it's not just, let's just, if we just choose Ukraine, right? They're not the only ones suffering. They're not the only ones. Russia's suffering, all their people, I mean, we're having our own issues. We're all in this crazy thing together because of one man. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? How can we let this happen?
Yeah, man. But, the world is certainly a crazy place to live, and there are even more crazy people leading it. And did you get any messages maybe from fans from different countries, saying that they could identify to the song, or something you'd like to share like that?
Yes, I've had a lot of, especially on, if you go on YouTube, on the comments. I mean, there's so many beautiful comments. There's not one person had a negative thing to say. And it's like, I appreciate it, because it's like, if you got something negative to say, come on, really?
Right.
It's like, I did it from the heart. It's not like I didn't write the song like to be cool and to be the big, hey, are you going to save the world? No, I wrote it because I meant to do it. Something came through me, something chose me to do it, and I did it. And I didn't complain about it. It was an insane amount of work. And not only was it a lot of work, I paid for it. I paid for the recording. I paid for the making of the video. I mean, it's my gift, and there. I just hope it resonates to the world, that, you know, it catches on to something greater. That's all.
For sure.
So,
and one last question concerning the song. You mentioned, of course, all the languages you sang the tune in. Was there anyone in particular that was the most complicated for you to pronounce or to learn, maybe?
you know, every language is, you know, some are easier than others, but they all start off a little difficult, you know. And it's not difficult for me to do it. What it is, it's the nuances, it's the details, the little, like, sa, and the, you know, like when you're doing Korean, it's those little things that, you know, I'll say sa, and they'll say, no, wrong, say sa. Okay?
I would never tell.
But that's what I'm saying. I can't tell, and they can't tell, and they go sa. No, not sa.
Yeah.
I go, okay, sa. Yeah, that's it. I'm like, oh shit.
You say, so, wow, will I be able to repeat that? I don't know.
But no, what I'm saying is I'll repeat it exactly the way they're saying, but somehow to them, they're not hearing me say it correct. But I'm saying exactly. And then after 4 times I say it, it's like, yeah, that's it. It's like, yeah. He said,
well, maybe they perceive that maybe they're teaching you the right way, and that feels like the way.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's all about delivery. It's all about the little things, the little, like the Chinese. You know, Chinese is very onai bao, you know, onai bao jinwo. It's like dancing, but the subtleties is so important. So anyway, so I did my best.
Well, we invite everyone that's watching this interview to go and check out Trusted Love in any language you may want to check it out. Yeah. So Miljenko, it's also been 30 years of STEELHEART, actually 32, I've seen. And of course, there's been ups and downs in your careers, lots of success, high charting hits, also, well, some problems as every band, different members. My question is, would it be hard for you to sum up these 3 decades of music in a few sentences? How would you describe your trajectory until the moment in this little time we have?
How can I describe my journey? You know, I guess the best way to say that this is my journey, and I don't recommend it for everyone. Okay. And if you would ask me, would you do it again? I'd probably say no. Okay. I would do it different, but I wouldn't do this one. This one I already did, and it's been spectacular. It has been, you know, I can honestly say it has been full color.
Nice.
Because that's the best. It's been full color, because I got my ass kicked so many times in this business. I can't even tell you guys. I mean, and it wasn't because of drugs. It wasn't because of alcohol. You know, it wasn't because of something. I got hit in the head in a major accident. I did great things. I lost millions from managers and record companies. I went up to stardom, and I went down to the floor, sleeping on friends' futons. It was like, oh my Lord, I did it all. And now I have to say, this record, this 30th anniversary, I really feel so excited that I feel I have a new rebirth, like a new beginning. You know, I never felt, because of the accident, you know, I never felt I had a true, honest chance to the world to perform, and for them to hear the songs, and to really understand me. Let's just say that. And I feel now I'm having another opportunity, especially We All Die Young. Okay, the song We All Die Young means so much to me. I wrote this song when I was in a fog of life.
You were working on a video a couple of days ago, right, as well? Yeah,
we just did. We released the lyric video. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so we released that, and now the other day we shot the performance.
Yeah.
Right. So that'll come probably maybe a month from now, 3 weeks from now. Okay. But you know what it is? It's the feeling of we all die young. I mean, I wrote it when I was basically lying in bed. I was in bed for 7 months. Okay. I couldn't get out. I couldn't leave because I had a head injury, you know, and then I started losing memory and it was just terrible. That's how the song came out. That's what I'm saying. I risk my soul, test my life for my bread, spend my time lost in space. Am I dead? Am I, you know, I'm here, but I feel like I'm dead, you know? And so now, I mean, and it's interesting because someone asked me, what does that song mean to you? And I really couldn't answer the question until I really thought about it. It's like, it's heavy. This is it, man. You know, and so I felt we needed to re-release that song. And not only for that, but for the reason of when the movie came out, 9/11. So that song was coming out that week. Okay. And Warner Brothers really put a lot of energy and time and money behind it for promotion. And 9/11 happened. And then President Bush said, no songs out on the radio with the word die, kill, blood. It was done. It was over. You know, the song was dead. It was gone. So it didn't get its chance.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
It's like an opportunity for you.
And it's not just an opportunity for me. It's an opportunity for, you know, a great song is not just for me. A great song is for the world. A great song is a meaning. It brings message. It brings energy. It brings memories. It brings so much to the listener, you know, and that's what music is. Music is, we're just messengers, right? We create this stuff that comes through me. It's not all me. If I think it's all me, I'd be an idiot to think that it's like I'm the big rock. It's all about me. Now, there's a lot of shit goes on the other side that comes through me to you.
Awesome.
Okay. So then we on this album, we re-recorded Everybody Loves Eileen, and we recorded it really heavy, like rock and roll. I re-recorded She's Gone with a 40-piece orchestra, piano, and vocals. It's gorgeous. Mama Don't You Cry, 40-piece orchestra, piano, vocals. And I also recorded I'll Never Let You Go, Angel Eyes. And recorded that as a duet, acoustic. And the duet is my daughter. I had my daughter sing.
Really cool.
It's beautiful. I mean, this is like, this record is kind of the staple of what I've done for 30 years, you know, and it's like, okay, from here, now we move to the next level.
Yeah, and you got to rework on a lot of songs as well with the orchestra, well, your daughter singing alongside you.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's my respect to everything I've done in my past thus far.
Absolutely.
And lucky, again, like I said before, I got my ass kicked, but I got to tell you, I do feel lucky. You know, somehow the gods always pick me up and go, okay, let's do it again. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. And would there be anything you miss from those maybe mid or late 80s? Well, certainly not the ass kickings, I imagine. But concerning, you know, the music industry today, I was checking some of your classic videos like She's Gone and I'll Never Let You Go and those kind of videos, and certainly were other times, right? So do you yearn for something from the old days, or do you feel like this?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
For the best?
Absolutely. You know, the thing is, my glasses are crooked. So here's what I'm sure I speak for a lot of the artists. The problem now is like there's just way too many people in the way. You know, it's like 60,000 songs are uploaded to Spotify a day.
Yeah.
A day. That is ridiculous. It's like, what do you guys, is everybody at home making music? What if you, and as I respect it, you know, it's like this. There's people who make music. There's people who are rocket scientists. There's people who are lawyers. There's people, you know, I just feel that, like, today's world, everybody feels they could be a rock star because it's so easy to put it up there and put the music up there. Well, hey, why not? I may have a chance too.
Right.
It creates confusion. It creates, it's like think of it. Here's a really honest artist, let's say, not me, let's say, really, and doesn't have the capabilities, or his job is not to know social media, Instagrams, TikTok, and that's not who he is. His job is, or her job is, to create music and send this beautiful music to the world, right? But then you have all these other people in front of them who are genius in marketing.
Yeah.
But they make music. Oh, what the hell? I'll put it up there. So it's like, it used to be, you get signed to a label because the label believes in the artist. They are the artist. Wow, this is a true artist. We're behind them because we think this person belongs at the top, not for just to be famous, but because they have a message, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you would get signed, and they would put promotion behind you, and you'd be heard. And if the people don't like you, you're done. But if the people like you, that's it. You're there, right? Now, man, I've never worked harder in my life. I got to tell you, I got a huge team. We're all working so hard just to get the music out there, just to be heard. You know what I mean? Because there's so much in the way. So I do miss that energy, that part of, making music back in the day. One. The other thing, it used to be so much happier, it was like exciting all the time. The band's playing live, the touring, now it's very complicated. There's just too much shit going on.
Yeah.
Especially
now after the pandemic,
much.
Every single band is out on tour.
Yeah, that is too much, so it's like, okay. Yeah, that was my big speech.
yeah. But in a certain way, you could kind of adapt, as you're saying.
Well, you have to. I mean, look, where I'm at, it's like this. Either you quit or you keep going, right? Or you give up, right? That's not my style. That's not in my blood. I'm meant to do something great, whatever you want to call it. This is what I do. Mm-hmm. This is who I am. This is what I do. I'm not allowed to quit. Why? For who?
Yeah, what will you do?
It still gives me
music.
Yeah, I could do many things, but will I be happy?
Yeah,
no.
That's why.
You know what I mean? This is who I am. This is being honest to myself as a human being. And that's what I'm saying to everybody else. Be honest with yourself. Mm-hmm. If you make music, then make music. But if you're a lawyer, be a fucking lawyer. Don't be making music on the side thinking that you're going to make it, because you're in the way to the guys who are making music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand you. Yeah. Cool.
That's all.
And for this re-recordings of the 30th anniversary of STEELHEART, will there be plans to get the band on the road again?
Absolutely. We're playing all over the place quite a bit. Okay. Actually, I'll be we're working on next year a lot, because I mean, there's nothing more fun than performing live, especially to audiences that appreciate you and give you love. I mean, what a gift, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I hope it brings a lot of shows all over the world.
Awesome. And concerning, certain songs, you mentioned some orchestral arrangements and special guests. Will you carry some of that also to the live shows, or maybe just the band?
Well, it's the band, but what I've done already, like She's Gone, I've mixed down just the piano and vocals.
Oh, nice.
The piano. No, I'm sorry, the piano and the orchestra.
The orchestra, yeah.
And we do a playback, just like the karaoke, whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. They do a playback, and I sing to it, and then the band kicks in, live. So it's a little bit mixture, because who's going to bring a 40-piece orchestra on the road?
Oh, yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's not going to work.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Cool. Hope to catch you some of your performances, at least on YouTube or that. And well, if any chance you get to come to South America, we will be here to check you guys live.
Well, I'll be in Peru, I believe.
Oh, really?
December 3rd. Yeah. I'm gonna go out. actually, when I get off the phone with you, I'm going to confirm it. I go out there and I'll perform with one of their, best bands over there.
Nice.
So I'll just come alone. I'll come alone and I'll do 10 songs. It's kind of like just a beautiful, fun, happy event, and I always have fun in Peru. So, and I cannot believe I have never performed or been in Brazil.
Uh-huh.
That's crazy, right? It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But
if you go to Brazil, you have to come over to Argentina. That's a must.
That is an absolute must. Are you kidding me? The Argentinian food is absolutely insane.
Awesome. What do you like? What's
And
your
I
favorite?
love food. Ah, man, everything. I love food. Love food, period. There is probably, I don't think there's anything that I don't like.
Nice.
There's nothing that I'll be like, man, no. I haven't caught that yet. Maybe I will, but not right now.
Okay, that's for the best. Well, Miljenko, I would like to thank you very much for your time today for us to know a bit more about STEELHEART's present, of course, new music, 30 years. And well, anything else you'd like to say to those South American fans you got around here?
Here's what I like to say. Love you, and please tell your promoters so we can come over and play and jam and have fun together. Okay? That's all I can say.
Okay.
Because I cannot wait. All right?
Thank you very much, man. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, buddy.
Okay.
Take care, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.